Welcome back to another installment of Baltimore County Forever podcast. Woo! Fresh off of my first panel speaking about podcasting. Shout out to LaCourt. LaCourt from the Court Report. Shout out to the other podcasts that were on there, the Africanist podcast. What else? This Ain't No podcast. Stuck in the Middle podcast and Remedy podcast. Shout out to them. Thank you, Courtney and Candace for having us on. We appreciate it. But we got a return, a friend of the family.
Yo, what's up?
Where the Founder is back. And we have a lot of catching up to do with her. So, how you been?
I've been good. Just been real busy. It's been a minute since I talked to you last. It's been since August?
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? You have the #1 episode on the platform. I want to say the last 3 months, it's been you. It's been you. I was just like, dang, she's good. She's good. We able to get the #1.
And that was our first episode, though.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So that means they love you. They love you.
Oh, I'm with it.
So how you been?
Been good. Everything's been pretty good for me. I wanted to catch you up on a few things, especially about the pop-up sponsorship that I did.
Yes, in Crystal City, Virginia.
Crystal City. So that was my first sponsorship, and I was really excited because, for one, I was telling you before, I'm new to blogging and influencing. I literally, now it's probably been almost a year since I started, and for me to even get a sponsorship is a big deal for me, and I was really happy to do it. So they actually found me through Instagram, which is really surprising. Hashtags really do help y'all. Use those. Yes. Shout out to City Vault for looking out for me, and Adult Playdate for sponsoring me. So the whole pop-up basically was basically an adult field day.
Yes.
A pop-up version of it. So it was basically like having a field day with old school games that you played as a kid, but an adult-sized version of it. So there was tug of war, there was obstacle courses, there was even a paintball tent joint.
Explain that.
Like, it was a small, basically, you played paintball before. They had this tent, but it was not so big, but big enough where you can be shooting. They're not aiming at you, you're just aiming and shooting. Okay. So you had that going on. They also had musical chairs, but with silent headphones. Ooh. Which was fire. Shout out to Hush. But I really enjoyed myself that day. Even though it was raining, despite the weather, I was supposed to be outside on the basketball court, which is actually where they found me for the pictures there. No Kings murals was there too.
Oh, they were there?
Yes, they were.
They're really dope. Man.
They were a dope collective, and I love them a lot.
They actually designed the whole Crystal City, that particular area, and that's the same area that I shot the video for season 4 of Love RS. So that's pretty dope. I owe them the idea of starting my season 4. But
I can't wait to see your art for that too.
Yeah, we working on it. I'm trying. It's getting to a point that the timing has to be right. But like I said, I want to do something different with it. Release it like Netflix. Yes. And have all the episodes come out in one day. Right. And you could just get everything all at once. Kind of like build a story of love in a sense. God damn, that was dope because I didn't even think of that before until I said it. But whatever.
Hey, new ideas.
But yeah. So all right. So you did the sponsorship. Now with the sponsorship, they found you through hashtags. Yes. Did you know of them prior to this?
Actually, no, I didn't.
So that makes it even more special.
It made it a lot better for me, and I will definitely keep a relationship with them, and they're up for, if I want to do some more projects, they're up for being with me on it.
Are they based in D.C. or Virginia?
Well, DMV, but specifically more Virginia. Okay. Speaking of which, Adult Playdate, what I did for them, they're actually going to do another one next year too, which I'll keep you up on when they do it, so when you can come and have fun. And What else? They also had good food.
Oh, was it like food trucks or?
They had roti. I don't know if you ever had roti before, but roti is kind of like Mediterranean food. And they also had some legal seafood stuff. They had like chowder. They had really good food. And they even had really bomb pizza as well.
What about the drinks? Was it drinks available? Was it
No,
adult? It was an adult.
I know. I did ask, but that was only if you brought your own with you. To be honest.
BYOB, and that's pretty good. I respect
It's
that.
just because, like, with all the games and stuff, they didn't want to have too much going on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, if you bring your own, you bring your own.
That's what's up. All right, so let's go to. Last we talked, we were talking about like different pop-up shops to go to. Did you ever make it to any of those pop-up shops that we spoke about? Like most of the ones in New York. Like the last time we spoke, you went to Candytopia.
Yes, I did go to Candytopia. I did. We did talk about that. I think we did.
Yeah, but
also, I did go to Toronto. So I did actually go to a pop-up.
Shout out to Drizzy. Although you want some shit on the HBO shit. But whatever, we're not going to get into that. But shout out to Six God. But so how was Toronto?
Toronto was dope.
How long is that flight from out here?
It is only an hour.
What?
Yes.
From DC?
From what I remember, it was like an hour and a half maybe. That's it. It was not long at all. Literally only spent $200 round trip on that.
Ooh. So did you like book your flight in the middle of the night?
Actually, I bought my ticket maybe 3 weeks ahead. And I only spent $200 round trip. Shout out to Air Canada. Actually, there was a woman pilot for the first time. I've never had a woman pilot as many times I flew on a plane. But when I went to Canada, I went on a solo trip. It was a weekend getaway type thing. I've always wanted to go to Toronto. I've been to Canada before, but I've never been to TO. So I went and I literally was, like, I didn't know anybody out there. I didn't know nothing. So I literally was just wandering around. But when I got there, I went to downtown, came out of the train station, and I saw this sign up saying Louis Vuitton capsule pop-up going on. And I'm like, this is a sign. I didn't even plan to do pop-ups, and this is one right here. Let me just go. And it was free. It was free.
You know what? I went to the Louis Vuitton capsule thing in New York.
In New York?
Yeah, it was. I want to say that was free too. I just had to sign up for it. If I'm correct.
I didn't even have to do that. They just said, "Come on in."
Oh wow!
It was they were so nice. I literally saw the beginnings of Louis Vuitton and how he started, and how it went into the luggage and the luxury brand, and then how he had collabs. He even showed the bag of Supreme bag.
Yeah, it's just like the New York one.
Yep. But it was actually in a train station.
Oh, yep, so it's exactly like that.
It's just like that?
It's just like that. Cool. They had the digital wall and all of that.
They did.
It's exactly like Did you get a pin like this?
Yeah.
Yep, it was a truck.
Yep. And I also got postcards too.
Oh, yeah. Did you have to download the app too?
No.
It was an app I just recently deleted it off my phone. But it was an app that when you look at certain paintings through the app, it's like Art Tech House.
Okay.
When you look at certain paintings, you would see a digital town or something like that. It was dope.
Stuff.
Yeah, it was really dope. They did a really good job with that. So what else did you experience out there? You went by yourself, so what is that like traveling by yourself to another country at that?
Traveling by myself, so I don't mind traveling on my own. However, it's certain places where I feel like you can travel by yourself and you'll be fine. Toronto's one of the most safest cities in the world. That's one. 2, there's no language barrier. We all speak English, so that's one thing. It's not far. It's not like you're technically all the way out of the country. You're still technically in North America, just in further up north. But I wasn't really worried about it. I really just wanted to go to see a different part of what everyone's talking about. I didn't go during Caravana. I didn't go during OVO Fest, so I can't imagine how crazy it is over there then.
What's it, Caravana?
Caravana Fest.
Caravana, yeah, I definitely want to go to that.
I ended up going to Graffiti Alley downtown Toronto, and that was something crazy. when they mean graffiti alley, that wasn't no alley. That was at least 3 blocks long. But it was nothing but dope art everywhere you saw, and you could see it was a major tourist attraction because it was nothing but people going around, and you see people just shooting mad pictures, doing videos and everything, and just seeing how graffiti changes no matter where you are. You see creativeness. You see how graffiti is just somewhere you always will see it. It's never a place where you will not see graffiti, which makes it interesting. But it was a lot of bright colors. I also went to the OVO store.
Okay.
The OVO store, I have mixed reviews about it.
What you mean?
So I went to the original one.
Okay.
The original one literally looked like a pop-up shop. So it was kind of small. I was thinking it was going to be like this big store, but apparently the big store is like further out in Canada. But it was nothing but like sweatsuits and sweatshirts and
Is anything
shirts.
Jordan brand themed or Nike themed?
No.
It was just like their own
It was
thing?
just literally just straight like active wear.
Okay. Like basically what he be wearing.
Basically
on, like,
what he be
IG.
wearing on IG.
Okay.
I feel like he probably will be making more things later on. I really want him to do more for women because that's something I did not see. I mean, pretty much their clothes are kind of like you can be almost unisex, but I feel like he should do more for women.
Okay. Like active wear.
Active wear or just like more shirts.
Okay.
But that was one of the main things I like because I'm a big Drake fan. So I wanted to have the experience of going to a store. I did end up leaving out with 2 things. Spent my Canadian money, which is another thing. Our dollar's worth more than theirs.
Ooh.
So you can go when you go out there. You gotta kind of be careful because you end up spending money where you think it's like you spending a whole lot of money, and then when it comes down to it, you're like, oh, it's not as much as in American money. Especially the mall. The mall is huge. You have all the sneakers that you can possibly see and more. They have pretty much everything we have here, but even more brands. What else did I do? Well, I took the train like a local. I went to other shops down there and see how the style is up there. I do have to admit, the people there are really nice. Like super peaceful. They really talk to you, and you see a whole bunch of diversity going on. And I went out to nightlife. What else did I do?
Now, wait, so this was on your birthday you went to Canada?
No.
All right, what? Nope.
I did it.
All right,
you gotta hold that for later.
all right,
you gotta hold that for
okay,
later
all
because
right.
that's a little bit more extra detail.
Okay, all right, okay.
But funny enough, my host for my Airbnb, he was from DC.
Really? What are the odds of that?
What are the odds of that? My Airbnb was really cheap as well. I
Okay.
only spent $190 for 2 days, but it was on the 31st floor of a building, of a really nice apartment building. And he took me around and showed me a couple places to go out in town. So I did go out. I met one of the writers for Toronto Film Festival week, which I was at. It was actually the same weekend. So I got to make some connects out there.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So the month of September, I was pretty busy. I was kind of everywhere. I was in New York again. And after that weekend, it was my birthday. So on my birthday, I actually went to Tiffany's. I had brunch at Tiffany's, and I've always wanted to do it.
Well, you can eat in Tiffany?
Yes, you can. Now you can.
Wait, where were you at? You were in New York?
In New York.
Okay.
So they opened the flagship store in Tiffany's in New York. And it's just like how Audrey Hepburn was in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to do that. But now they officially opened it. I think they've done it since like mid last year. And it's super hard to get a reservation. You have to book it months and months in advance, which I did. And the food there was amazing. It just looked like it was out of a straight magazine. I felt like I was Audrey. I had my black and white dress on too. But that was one of the highlights. The next thing I did was the Rose Mansion pop up.
I've been trying to get that for such a long time.
It's actually, they extended it to the 27th.
Really?
Yeah.
Of this month?
Of this month, October. And they said it's officially last. You can never go to it. But Rose Mansion was definitely worth it. It had 14 rooms. And you get hit up with rosé in each room.
I'm sorry?
You get hit up with rosé in each room. No, like seriously.
Rosé's good.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Harlem niggas that like rosé.
Like it was real rosé. You get your glass when you come in. They show you. It's basically like you're going from knowing the history. You see how different parts of rosé, like where they come from, France, Italy, even the British, stuff like that, and where rosé is most popular. You get to make your own blend of rosé in the lab.
Ah, how did that go?
That was cool because I really like. I'm not really much of a champagne rosé wine tasting type of girl like that. I'm getting more into it, but when you try it, you get to see like if you want something that's a little dry or a little sweet tart blend, which is me. I like a little fruit taste to it. There was a grape tunnel. You get to see like a whole thing of grapes in a tunnel type thing. There was also chandeliers, a chandelier room where you could actually sit on a chandelier and swing on them. Yes, it was like that ritzy shit.
Wow.
Like it went upscale the further you went in the mansion. This mansion was huge. It was only $35.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I mean, that's pretty much up there, like how the where did I go in Miami? Like Museum of Ice Cream and stuff like that. I think that's like 38.
Yeah.
So
to me, it definitely was like a pop-up wine tasting, but rosé with it. It made it more like it felt like a classy, yet you could have fun. And it still had a lot of art involved in it, which made it even better. But you had like definitely a good time. I was in there for a while, like almost 2 hours, just drinking rosé and seeing the history about it. And just being in New York. I love New York. It's always a pop-up going on somewhere, which I'm trying to catch up on. Which I'm about to catch you up on some things. You know what's coming up in New York now?
Future Sports.
Yeah.
I had a really good time at Future Sports the last time it was in DC. I'm kind of curious at how they're going to do the New York one.
I feel like the New York is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I hope probably be a bigger space. I hope that they include more New York stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so that's my biggest thing with it. I know they included. I think a lot of the shit was like DC themed in a sense. So hopefully they capture the New York element with this one.
I feel like they're going to OD.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like literally. I feel like they will, and I want to get up there for it. And I'll definitely see about it and let you know.
Yeah. Well, when is it supposed to be here though? I mean, be there.
I believe it's going to be next weekend.
Really?
I think so. I think it's the 20th.
It's probably it's in Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
Brooklyn is such a large borough.
Speaking of Brooklyn,
What's up?
the Dream Machine.
Yeah, man.
The Dream Machine now
Halloween.
they're doing a Halloween one. It's called the Scream Machine.
It's dope. It is really dope. And I'm like not too big on like horror stuff, but you know, like my friend Jazz, she's did theme with her daughter. You had who was it? Oh, what did you do with she cut her mouth open.
That's crazy, dude.
It's it's really dope. Using makeup. You know, and that's such dope. There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Yo.
yeah, it's really dope.
It looks
it's
so
right here.
real. Like it's like real.
Yeah, so
Shout out.
so I think it's a dope concept. I think I am going to a haunted house this year. I really don't normally like to go, but I'm willing to try it.
Is Corey coming along?
No. Neither one of us like scary shit at all, actually. But yeah, I try at least once a year. I try to do something scary, but I don't watch scary movies in the dark anyway. I watch them during the daytime.
I'm dressing up for Halloween.
What are you dressing up as?
What do you think? I gave hints. Some people got it, some people don't. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be Lola Bunny from Space Jam.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually pretty fitting.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's pretty fitting. I think I'm going to be a wrestler.
I normally change in between. Sometimes I do a celebrity. Sometimes I do, like, something else. But I always, like, it's Space Jam. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, me and Corey are going for costumes next Sunday. She asked me to be a wrestler along with her.
Okay.
So we're gonna be a tag team.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. We normally do trick or treating in Pennsylvania because that area where my sister lives, they always have the whole neighborhood lit up for trick or treating. But man, as always, man, I'm extremely proud of you. You are really moving at a rapid pace, and it's doing well, from the pop-up shops to being sponsored for a pop-up shop to still inspiring people and influencing them to get out there, to travel alone, to take pictures, to basically add more memories to their life.
Thank you so much. You always been there since day one.
Yeah, man. I think it's dope. Like, I tell people about you all the time, and they just like, well, who's it? I'm like, man, go find where to find her. I've shouted you out plenty of times on the podcast because I like to tell people about the different things that where I go, but then it's like you have somebody else that's doing the same thing as you, and have more of the time to do more and go to these different museums and pop-up shops and stuff like that. So there's always to have more than one example, and you are the other example for a lot of my listeners and viewers now on YouTube. Yeah, cheap plug. But just thank you so much. Anything?
I got some more things to share. So, there's a Museum of Pizza coming out. It just dropped on October 13th. And that's in New York as well. New York Magic Lab is another one that just came out too, which is basically like anything that has to deal with magic and cards, anything with fortune telling, that type of thing. And then there's also Wonder World, Alice in Wonderland type thing. Yeah.
That's in New York?
Yeah.
I feel like all the museums and pop-up shops are all in New York.
It's so many that happen all the time. I just trying to keep up. It's so hard. But I did see that Museum of Ice Cream is permanent in San Francisco.
It's permanent there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good stop place for them.
I'm really glad they finally became permanent because I feel like so many people have really liked their installations and everything. So I'm really glad they finally have one.
That Saved by the Bell one is still there too.
I need to go to that, yo.
I'm thinking about going there too. I kind of want to go to California for they got a
Complex Con?
I went last year. This
How
year
was
playlist doesn't look good. Oh, it was fun last year.
Oh, okay.
It was dope. It was dope last year. It was a lot of people there. The thing about it is with Complex Con, I don't really want to go now this year because I can't get the VIP ticket. The VIP ticket guarantees you a spot to get in there early. You can get in line for the sneaker releases early. It's just better. And I caught wind of it too late. So to go there now would be like last year, and you're not able to really get the stuff that you want that's coming out exclusively and stuff like that. I don't feel like fighting. I don't feel like standing in line.
Nobody want to do that.
Yeah, so it's like
got time for that.
Exactly. So next year I'm gonna actually hop on it a little earlier. Pause. What I'm do now, I'm thinking about going to Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud.
Tell me about that.
All right, so Rolling Loud is a festival. I think it's like a 2-day festival. It's like, well, not really festival, like a concert. They have it in Miami. I think they had one in Vegas. Or was it the Bay Area? I think this one is specifically for Los Angeles. Lil Wayne, Post Malone, a couple other people. I think Lil Wayne and Post Malone was the same day.
Post Malone came up.
Yeah, he did.
Seriously.
Did he?
Like,
he just tatting up his face
every time.
But Rolling Loud is pretty dope. I wanted to go to the one in Miami, but I keep on missing it, so whatever. So
You'll
now,
get there.
yeah. And what's crazy, the last time I was in Miami, it was the same weekend. And that's why it was double the amount of people that's normally on South Beach. But yeah, so like, I really want to get to California because it's a lot like the museum. I think it's a Museum of Illusion or something like that.
Museum of Illusions is out there. 29 rooms, actually. The Happy Place is another one, too.
Yeah. What was the one that you told me, you sent me the other week, a couple days ago? It's in, I think it was today, actually. It's in California. It's like the Color Museum or...
The Color Factory.
I think it's the Color Factory.
They have one in New York, too.
I think if more people would go to museums if they realize how many dope pictures you can get.
If they're really seeing, for one, how many aesthetics are.
What is it? Cheat Day.
Cheat Day.
Cheat Day Land?
Land.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
Another song.
Taking notes, writing it down.
Yeah, so.
No, but like, only thing people don't realize, I think, when it comes to museums, certain museums, it's kind of like, all right, you have crazy aesthetics. That's one. You can take as many pictures as you want, and on top of that, if it has a dope theme, makes it even better. Especially when it comes to that. And another thing is like the experience you get from it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, every pop-up is not what you think it is. But some of the best ones is something like you're always going to remember, you're always going to talk about and put somebody onto, which is I like doing to people. I like putting people on to different things, getting people hip to events, or it doesn't have to be just always about art. It could be about fashion, it could be about just simple advice that people are getting bored with right now. People are getting bored doing the same things. This is what we talk about all the time. Like, get up and do something. Travel, get a change of scenery. There's different things to do in different places. You just gotta travel. You gotta see it. Pay more attention to it. Like you do for Corey. She be everywhere.
Yeah, man. We trying to further her experiences. My aim for next year is to get us to Paris. That is the aim. I have a homeboy that's in Paris right now with his wife, and he looks like he's having the time of his life. But that's really something I really want to accomplish. Finally using my passport, and then using my passport on a level like that is something that I dream to do. I'm really going to aim to get that done. But I got to start working doubles. But
Trust me, the passport is something that everyone should have, at least when you're 25.
Yes.
By the time you at least, want to travel, you want to do things with your friends or by yourself, it's a great thing to have. You can go anywhere. Literally.
Yeah.
You got to go to London.
I was thinking about that too. There's so many options. There's so many options, and I feel like I don't think a lot of people have that story. A lot of people that any of us, we know people, but nobody has that story. Everybody got a Miami story.
Oh, everybody has a Miami story,
a New York story,
a New York story,
a North Carolina story, a Virginia story, but nobody has. Not too many people have. Oh, I went to London, or I went to Japan, or I went to Tokyo, or I went to Paris. It's like, it's hard to have that conversation.
But you know what? A lot of people have been, I do want to go to Dubai. I should have been on the, bandwagon when everyone was going.
They were getting shit on.
When, that glitch happened. I needed to go when that happened.
Oh, was that a friend of yours?
I needed to go in. I'll make it out there.
You go to where?
I want to go to Bali.
That's where Dawn is right now.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Raw Brown Sugar podcast. Dawn and Stacy. Stacy is also on 25 rounds. But yes, but yeah, she's in Bali right now. When we leave, I'll show you her IG live and stuff like that. But is there anything you want the people to know before we get out of here? Anything upcoming? Anything you have upcoming?
So
coming up, got dyslexic. My bad.
So I am in the works and planning a trip to Miami as we were speaking. But it's for a reason, because it's Art Basel.
I'm trying to go.
Art Basel in December.
Go. It's in December. It's like December 9th, right?
December, 6th through the 9th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they released a pair of Jordan 1s. It was white and pink. And then I think it was, I don't remember the other pair, but they were only at Art Basel. And they go for like $1,200 now.
I'm just waiting to get there, because I wanted to go to Art Basel so bad. So I'm really trying to be out there in December. And if I do, of course I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. And we both out there.
Yeah, we can link.
We gonna link and record live.
Yeah, I think that's really dope. I also feel like black people, y'all ain't really paying attention to what the fuck it actually is.
Right.
Don't get down there getting
it's not just partying.
Yeah,
it's not that.
It's a reason behind it.
It's a celebration of real art, for real. It's like another art festival for us to be at. Yes. And what better way to have it in one of the coldest months, but in a warm climate in Miami. But I'm really excited to do that. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
But I will leave this with y'all. I know it's getting cold outside, but find stuff to do where it can be inside and still have fun. One thing is like playing pool. in a bar. You can do that. There's some tight movies coming out soon too.
I need to see Venom.
And you see that, and the one that the I Hate You movie with Algie Smith.
Oh, I heard my man seen that yesterday. He said it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really
I heard
good.
nothing but good stuff from it, so I'm gonna go see that.
And Will Smith has
Will
a Latin.
Smith has a Latin. I think everybody went crazy.
Yeah.
When we saw that. I really want to see. I can't wait to see that comes out.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I love how he's captured. He made Instagram really fun again.
Yes,
Like
it's so
he
inspirational.
rebooted. Yeah, and it's just like it's like it's not even like Uncle Will. It's like Brother Will.
Brother Will.
Like, you feel me? Like, cause we grew up with him.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
we seen him from Fresh Prince to all of his movies that he did.
Exactly, and I feel like a lot of the people we grew up on, it's wild to see them turn 50. Like he's turning 50. Like we remember when he was 20.
Right.
Like, so it's like, bro, we've been with you 30 years.
Yeah, we seen you go all the way to the top.
Yeah,
starting from
literally.
the very beginning to the top.
Mm-hmm. So it's good to see people like that. But
Did you go to Philly recently?
I went to Philly for the On the Run tour.
Did you tell me you went to see Will Smith's mural?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Is it still up?
Yes, of course it's still up, but it's like huge. You have to go see that.
Yeah, it's a place in Philly that Jazz and I was talking about that has the shea butter, the different flavored shea butter and stuff like that. We've been trying to get to for a long time.
Well, next time you hit up Philly, go to the Shea Butters, go to the Glass Garden, and definitely go see that mural of Will Smith.
That sounds familiar.
Definitely hit those places up.
You said we're gonna be there tomorrow?
She said,
Oh, the Hershey. Oh. I was like, you said we're gonna go tomorrow? We can't go tomorrow. I wish. Shit. But thank you so much. As always, a friend of the show. And it's only right that we do a 3P to this. So somewhere down the line, possibly our Basil. But thank you so much. Any plug your stuff, plug away.
Where to find her? WearTorfindh.e.r on Instagram. It's basically the same thing on Twitter, just not with the dots in between the letters. Keep on the lookout because my website will be dropping this month.
This month?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. As always, how I ended, Corey voice, but mine, Baltimore County